alone in the game room with Luna Gamer Alex.
Okay, so we're on mission 7 of Endeavor Deep Sea. We're still doing this whole Fallen Star thing, which is pretty cool. Suddenly, there's like a storyline to the game. But anyway, so we found the Fallen Star, or the what do they call Sea Star, that has that got wrecked by the some kind of what was it in previous mission? Let's see, mission 5 and mission. It's like the last 3 missions are like about the same thing. So in mission 4, when it happened, a terrible storm has sent the Sea Star crashing to the uncharted depths. See, I mean, the way that they refer to the Sea Star, that's why I made that mistake like last game, but thankfully it didn't impact the game. Yeah, the way that they mention the Sea Stars, like there's only that one special Sea Star, but that's why I think it's kind of weird that there is a Sea Star still available in the surface zone. I don't know why we don't take that out, because potentially there's a Sea Star that's gonna show up while we're playing this mission. But anyway, so yeah, so we're trying to. It says the fallen star has been located and secured with survivors aboard. So I don't know why we're not rushing to get to the fallen star, to the Sea Star, like when it was lost in the beginning, because we were doing other things. But I guess supposedly we're rushing to get to them, because I know like mission 5, what we're doing in mission 5. While deep sea rescue and recovery races in from afar, it says scout the depths that you can reach to see how the disaster may impact the area. So yeah, we're not we're not helping them as quickly as possible. We're checking to make sure the sea life is still okay before we even get to the humans. And then we did the search, and we found the Sea Star, the Fallen Star. So this is actually the actual rescue effort. So at such depths, recovery is going to be a singularly difficult challenge. Stay focused on the mission, and anything is possible, it says. That's my attitude towards the game whenever I start playing a mission. Anything is possible. Even though it's easy to see that the game is trying to screw you over. So this mission has 5 columns, and I already set this up. The first two tiles and the very bottom tile are actually based off the previous mission. So you have the Fallen Star at the very bottom, and then remote anchorage at the top, and resupply modules. These two are actually selected at random, and I selected the Vortex and Colossal Squid at random. And then it has 5 columns, and this one is interesting. It doesn't seem too difficult, but compared to the last mission, and we were able to win the last mission at an intermediate difficulty level, or intermediate victory. Right, we got 5. Did we get 5? Yeah, we got 5 goals out of 7. Just the intermediate victory. Okay. So Fallen Stars at the bottom right here. Remote anchorage is the initial launch zone. Each player places 1 vessel there and gain its arrival bonus, which is the ingenuity. And more launch zone options will open up as the game progresses. So when you gain a vessel, you may choose any Depth 1 zone as its launch zone. So that's nice. So you're not just limited to the remote anchorage. So let's look at the goals here. The impact grid is pretty interesting. You are just like that one with the dolphin. There are 2 areas. One can only be accessed once you get to the fallen star. So, because everything you do while you're down here actually gets you an impact token. So whenever you get that, you need to place it down here in this rescue grid. And for you to satisfy the impact board goal, you need to get 40 points total, and you don't get any points at the top portion of the impact board. You only get points towards the end. But one of the goals for this mission is to completely cover this rescue grid at the bottom. So that's, I think, the most challenging part of this mission. So that's actually connected to goal 3, the recovery. So, and if we completely fill this up, we get, let me just count the scores here. 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there are only 21 points here. And for you to be able to fulfill the requirement to accomplish the token board goal is to get 40 points for player 1. So that means that we need to be able to get all the way to the end of the top portion while also completing all of these at the bottom. Let me just make sure I calculate this right. 1, 2, 3. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 21 points. There are only 21 points down here. Okay, so goal 1 is the chain. So this is like to simulate us trying to help people trapped in the fallen star. In the picture for the fallen star, you can actually see people inside the fallen star. Let me just kind of depressing if you really think about it. See, there's still people inside of the broken ship. Okay. So they want you to have one activation disk in at least one in all of these 5 zones. So that should be, I think that is very doable. Okay. So that's very doable, and it's not only the disk. It's okay to it's also counting the vehicles, the vessels. So you pretty much only have to activate. Well, this is a requirement. The fallen star. We need to be able to get to those impact tokens down here. So we know that they want 1 in each. So at the end of the game, since you need to be able to get to the fallen star, so you know that you're gonna have 3 vessels. I think what we need to do then is to just not worry too much about these 3 and try to reveal tiles on the left and the right hand side of this, because this is right in the middle, and that's related to goal number 2. Okay, so all we need to do by the end of round 7 is to make sure that the vessels just move back to this column. Now the goal 2 is the impact, and what they want you to do is complete general research actions and conservation efforts anywhere else but this column. Okay, and they want you to do 8 of them at least. So for a single player, just 8 of them. So it's seemingly doable. Like the first 2 goals are seemingly doable. And then this one is related to the grid, so even the impact board is seemingly doable. It's difficult, but it's seemingly very doable. Okay, and then of course we're at the mercy of the bonus goals. So I'll just make sure that I shuffle this again, because I'm not sure if I shuffled them last night. So yeah, they should have had like at least 20 of these bonus goals. Because there are only 6 and you get 3 of them, like every time you play the game. So that's 3, and then we have 4 setbacks. since we never hit level 5 of the specialists, I just left them as they were. That previous game, because we never reached level 5. So we need 4 setbacks. Okay. But perhaps that's a blessing in disguise that we know what these bonus goals are, you know, because then it's kind of predictable of how things are going to go, you know, when you play the game. Because everything else is pretty much randomized, like the tiles, and so that in itself should be more than enough to create a varied experience, you know, every time you play the game. Okay, so, and we don't have to reveal, like, we can only reveal maybe just one column, you know. We don't have to worry too much about revealing too many of them. As long as we know that we need to make sure the vessels go back here. We just make sure that we need one, at least one in each of these. Oh, no. We only need to make sure, so we'll have one here, right? Okay, they specifically want conservation and journaling, actually, in the other columns. And it's anywhere in the other columns, like the whole entirety of all of the other 4 columns. So, and this one is right in the middle. So yeah, this mission is seemingly, it's you know, whenever things look optimistic at the beginning of the mission, I think that's when we're gonna get destroyed by the game, because I think that happened. The mission 4, was it the mission that the only mission in which I failed the game? I think it was mission 4, right? I think the one with the turtles was the one that I couldn't beat. And I was only able to get like 2 goals out of, yeah, it was the turtle one. We still need to replay this one. Mission 4, better that you found it. This was the one that we that I failed on. So mission 4. Okay. All right. So yeah, seemingly doable. We start with 1 ingenuity. So perhaps the best way to do this. Notice that the first impact board, the landing area of the impact board is ingenuity. So it's like the game is practically like begging you to hire a pilot so that you can at least go into Def 2, you know, and then get another vessel. So perhaps that should be the way that we go about doing this. So we're going to go ahead and recruit the pilot. Okay, so we get the impact token with the pilot. Put him here. Put this guy here. Okay. And then we get 1 activation disk. We get 1 back. And with the impact token, we'll place it here. We get 1 more ingenuity. And the first one we got from landing over there. So we get another vessel. And we get another ingenuity. So ingenuity is already bumped up to close to level 3. Oh, and I forgot to reveal what our first bonus goal is, and it is going to be coordination and ingenuity. Nice. This works well actually with this particular quest mission. So that's good. That's very good. All right. So let me we'll place that here. That's not bad. Okay, that's good. So far, so good. All right, so activation phase. What we need to do is we're going to do a sonar so that we can reveal one of these columns, one of these other columns, okay? And we can just focus on just having one. As long as we can do a lot of journaling, as long as we can do a combination of any combination of journaling plus conservation, that will total up to 8 in these other columns. So So let's go ahead and do that using the team leader. We only have 2 activation disks, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, option here. 1 to 2, so we can only reveal the surface zone because we can't reveal depth 2 because we don't have any of the surface zones and the other columns revealed yet. Okay, so we got the volcanic island, and this is pretty good because we can get some journaling done here. Oh, maybe too bright. Okay, we can do some journaling here, and then let's see here real quick. All right. And then the second one is calm sea. So sonar, just sonar and journaling. I think we should pick the other one because it has 2 journaling, 2 journal activities, actions. Yeah, I think I'm gonna select the other one. I mean, both of them. Well, this one gives us the cool thing about this one actually is it gives us 1 ingenuity and an activation disk. So that might be a good option. This one also gives you activation disk, but it's also giving you 1 inspiration. I think since we're trying to get to but it also has, if you move to the spot, you also get ingenuity. So I think both actually could work for us. Let me just think about this. Yeah, I think both could work for us. Maybe. No, because we need to start revealing stuff. I think I'm gonna go with and we don't want to waste tokens here, you know. We really don't want to waste tokens here if we don't have to, because we need to start journaling and doing conservations. I think I'm gonna go with this is hard. Yeah, this game is hard. Let's go with volcanic island because I think I'm going to use the pilot to just move one of the vessels to the left, to the right, to get the ingenuity. So I will select volcanic island. Oops. I'm going to place it here, and we get 1 inspiration and 1 activation disk and 2 diving tokens. And we're going to use this to move 1 vessel this way and get 1 more ingenuity. So now we can go to level 3. So that's moving already. That's good. All right, so that's round 1. Let's reveal the bonus goal for round 2, and it is fully completed zones. Okay, this is always difficult. This is the most difficult bonus goal in the whole game. Okay, you need to have 4. I guess technically this is going to be a yes. This one down here, because we're going to do a lot of sonar and looks like journal and 1 journal, 2 journals, 1 sonar, and 2 conservation efforts down here, which only count towards the recovery. So yeah, this is actually harder than it looks. because now I'm realizing that this is going to count as one. Because remember, they want you to have one activation disk. Oh, they do want you to have one activation disk in each zone. I totally forgot about that. No, one activation disk called vessels. Remember that we were thinking the strategy was to just use the vessels towards the end of the game, so we should only activate 2 of these. So this is the one, and then this is the other one. So these 3 should be just vessels only, but I don't think that's even possible. It might be though. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, just gotta take it slowly here because we're still pretty early in the game. Okay, so round 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and get. I think we should get a. Should we get a sonar operator? No. I think we should get a reef diver. And the reason why I say that is because we have the team leader. Yeah, this is harder than it looks. I was gonna say, hey, what's on the other side of team leader? It's the same thing. I was like, the team leader can be promoted. No, he can't. Let's see here. Yeah, this is hard. We need to focus on making sure we get enough ingenuity. I mean, fulfilling the chain here, the chain goal, it's easy to fulfill that. But if you focus on that, you're going to screw yourself over because it's easy to fill like every single one of these tiles with activation tokens, but you have to spread that around because they only require you to have one, in each, or having a vessel there at the end of the game. I was going to say I should hire a sonar operator, but I don't think that's going to help me. Because if the team leader is going to reveal the next tile, just tile 2. Now we don't have enough activation token as well. We're only going to have 2 by the end of once we start the activation phase. Or I can do other things. So you know what? Let's wow, this is hard. The thing about the pilot is if you get another pilot, you're going to be stuck with someone who can't do anything else but pilot. Even after he gets promoted, he can't do anything else but pilot. Even though we get the stat boost of inspiration and coordination, he can't do anything but pilot. And we have 2 of those. I think that would be Totally wasteful. Now the problem with the sonar operator is similar because we need to be able to journal and do some conservation. I think we have to hire a diver then. Okay, I'll get a reef diver because once this guy's promoted, he can dive or journal. So I think maybe this is the best option. So I'm gonna hire a reef diver. We get one reputation. Okay. And we get one activation disc. We get one back. We'll take it from the team leader. And now we can begin. Okay. Oh, let me make sure I get the journals taken care of here. I think I've already shuffled these last night, but just to make sure. I have the anchor pages here, and then 1, 2, 3. I don't think we're gonna go this far, to be honest. Let me just go ahead and shuffle these. So, I can journal, or I have to reveal tiles. So I'm going to use the team leader to do that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and reveal tile 2 or tile 1. I think we're going to just focus on tile 2 because I think we should go down this way. There is that one spot that we can do a lot of journaling and conservation though. So you know what, we'll take one tile 1 and one tile 2, and then we select one of those two. Okay, for the surface zone we got, yeah, this was what the one I was thinking about, the dying reef. Okay. It's a good option. And then looks like for depth 2 we got dolphin pods. Now dolphin pods interesting because we can get for discovering this we can get ingenuity. Okay, let me think. Which is better? I think we have to go with the dolphin pods. Okay, and that way we can also get 2 points, not 2 activation tokens next round. So we'll select the dolphin pods. I get 1 inspiration and 1 ingenuity, and then we'll place it here. I have to grab 3 random diving tokens. 1, 2, 3. And that's it for round 2. Okay. Let me get some water, and then we'll start round 3 in just a sec. All right. So, where were we? Oh, we revealed a tile. We got nothing else to do, so now we have to move on to round 3. Okay. So the next bonus goal is leftover research. This one's pretty easy. This is like the same 3 that we got last game. Okay. Well, this one should be interesting because we have to do a lot of conservation and journal research. So research points are gonna be so it's gonna be tricky to make sure we have 6 left at the end of this this mission, because a lot of things that we have to do in this mission require us to have research points. Okay, so we're still stuck at recruiting only level 1. Right, I think that's supposed to be there. I kind of bumped it a little bit, so let me double check. Yeah, we're still at level 1. Okay. I wonder if we should get another diver. Yeah, this is hard. Okay. I think we should get another diver. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and recruit another diver. Okay, and with that I get 1 reputation. So next round I can recruit from level 2 specialists. I get 2 activation discs. I get 1 back. So I'm going to get it from the team leader here. Okay, and that's it. Let me look at the research journals that we can publish. Oh, I don't even have. Well, I can promote a reef dive or a pilot. I can use 2 to do a research journal, and then so my options are this one and those 2 up there. For this one, I can get 2 reputation, and then next round I can recruit level 3 specialists. So that might be a good option. I don't know how my eyelashes actually just get in there. All right. This one gives me 1 impact point and then a promotion. This one gives me 2 inspirations. So I can get 3 activation discs next round. So which one do I really want? Okay, we're gonna have somebody dive first though, so we can then promote that diver. So I'm gonna go ahead and use reef diver here to dive over here and see what we get. So it looks like we can get an impact token, or we can get 3 research points. I think we need the 3 research points right now. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so which one are we gonna go for? We're gonna go with activation tokens, or we're gonna go with the ability to recruit better specialists. Wow. I don't think we're gonna be successful in this mission. It's yeah, it's pretty tight. We're already like almost halfway in. You know, we're barely making a dent. We still need to make sure that our ingenuity goes up. Which one do I want? I think I want activation disc though. That's gonna help us because we need to do a lot of things, and we're running out of turns. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go with this one. Effective communication of ecosystem risk. So we get two inspiration and then a promotion. So we're gonna use the team leader for this. So 1, 2. So we get 3 activation discs next round. And we're gonna promote this reef diver, so we get that back. And then we get one more. We get one. What is this? Reputation. Okay. And now the underwater photographer can dive and do research. So this one there. All right. Oh, look at this, free research, no matching icon. We can't do research. We can dive again. The problem with that though is, you know what? Let's dive again because we're trying to get, and this is back to 0 because we used 3 research points to get that done, to get the effective communication of ecosystem risk journal published. But let's go ahead and dive using the regular reef diver. And we get, okay, so we can get 3 research points, or we can save it. When we do conservation, it costs us 1 research point less. I think we need the research points though. So 1, 2, 3. So, all right, so that's round 3. Wow, this is getting kind of scary now. All right, let's look at our first setback. And it is the tsunami. So all players move all their vessels 2 zones left. So that's only going to impact 1 vessel. Just this one here. So now this one is here. And we don't get the arrival bonus. Okay. So now I can recruit. I'm still stuck at level, up to level 2 for specialist recruitments. If I recruit the marine engineer, I can get 2. Maybe we should have done this earlier instead of getting another diver. But the problem with the marine engineer is she can't do anything unless she's promoted. So until she's promoted, and at that point she can move or do a research journal, which is fine because we can focus on just doing research journals, to satisfy the impact, and we need 8 of those. So far we only have 1 for gold through, and we're and this is round 4. So yeah, this is crazy. You know what? We have to do it, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and recruit the Marine Engineer. Okay, so we get 2 ingenuity, so 1, 2, and we get our 3rd vessel, and we're gonna place that vessel. I guess it doesn't matter because both are actually gonna give us the same thing. So we get 1 more ingenuity. So now we can go to level 4. We need to be able to get to the fallen star and start working on those things. Okay. So we get 3 activation discs. And then we get only 1. We return only 1, so we have to return the team leader 1, because he can do everything. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we can do. There's a research journal here that can unlock this one, and that costs 2 points. Reef photography with swarm camera systems, and then we get to move reputation up with that. Perhaps that should be our next step. I'm not sure though, because we can get to level 4. Because the way that I'm looking at this is I'm thinking we should only move this way once we can get to level 5. Or we can stop by here, and then because moving away from the vortex, you actually get a +1 to your ability, to your ingenuity or level. So since we're level 4, that means that we can then move into depth 5. Let me just make sure that that's correct for vortex. Yeah, when you travel away from the zone, consider your technology level to be 1 higher, which meaning your vessel can go 1 zone further and 1 deeper than usual. So if we go here, then next round we're already here. So I think that is worth a consideration. The only problem now is we don't have a lot that we can do. It's crazy. Because we have 2 inactive specialists, or exhausted, I guess, or because, and then the marine engineer can't do anything until she's promoted. So yeah, maybe that, but at least the underwater photographer can journal. So I think what we should do then, no. Is there any journaling over here? No, there's no journaling over here. Oh, shit. There's no journaling, there's no diving. This is insane. I should already moved a vessel there earlier. Should have done that. Let's see. Oh, but we can get this journal for free, looks like. That's 2 points, but that's all it is. It's just getting you points. It's not going to help us really. I can promote the pilot. So we'll move to the colossal squid. That's the only that's the only productive thing that we can do this round. basically. Unless we want to reveal more tiles, I mean, we can do that, but then we're stuck, and we're not going to be able to do anything. Because then we can't unlock that journal. Oh, and this is already completed, right? We need to mark that. Whenever it's completed like that, we need to mark it so we know that it's done instead of just us forgetting to fill that up. There we go. Let's mark that there. Because that's how we got our research points earlier. Yeah, that's the only productive move that we can take actually this round. So yeah, that's the only thing, because we can't do that journal because there's no matching icon, and this one only gets us points. So I'm going to go ahead and move the team leader is going to move this vessel 1, 2, 3, 4 here. We get 1 coordination. And then we're going to go ahead and do that journal for 2 research points. 1, 2. Using the underwater photographer here. And with this we get 1 reputation, and then we get to promote 1 person. Okay, so let's think about this promotion real quick. I think the best person for us to promote is the marine engineer, because she can't do anything right now. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna promote the marine engineer into a naval architect. Okay. The problem with this is we don't get the icon back though. Hold on, hold that thought. You know, I think we need to promote the other reef diver. That way, I think that's the better option right now. Yeah, let's do that. And then we replace this one. So I'm going to go ahead and promote the reef diver, so just so that we can get that back. And then we get 1 more reputation. And we can do journaling, or we can let's see, I just revealed advanced pressure venting technology, and that will give us 2 ingenuity, but it costs 2 points. That's the problem. Where's the other one? Where's the other journal that we can do? Yeah, that's the one. I guess he can dive. See, we don't get anything back. It's the coordination. We're fucked on coordination right now. Wow, this is hard. Perhaps the best move would have been... is there a tile that can give us coordination? Yeah, this one. You know what? Instead of the underwater photographer, we should promote the marine engineer. Yeah, let's do that, because then what I can do is activate the naval architect. We can move another vessel down here, and then we get 1 coordination, so we can get 2 back now. Okay, so and then we're out of moves. Okay, this is round 5, and the next setback is government intervention. So all players return 1 activation disk from a Depth 1 or Depth 2 zone of their choice back to their supply. So this is kind of nasty. We'll return the sonar that way, you know, because sonar doesn't mean anything in this mission anyway, so we'll return that one. Okay, that's fine. So it didn't impact us that much. Okay. Now we get to recruit up to level 3. And there's a person here that can move and dive. A person who can sonar and journal. Or a marine biologist that can journal or do conservation efforts. I think we're gonna go with the ROV operator. Let's think about this though. Yeah, I think she is the best person for me to recruit. So I'm gonna go with the ROV operator. There's no bonus. Unfortunately, we get 3 activation discs. From inspiration. We can get 2 back now, so we'll take 1 from the team leader and the other one from I think the other one is from, oh geez, this is hard. From the naval architect, because she can journal. We still can't get here though, that's the problem. But at least she can move a vehicle. We should have gotten the marine biologist, to be honest, but instead of the ROV operator. I mean, it's not too late for me to just go back and fix that real quick. But let me just think about this. Because at least the marine biologist can do something productive. You know what? We're going to switch this. And then with the marine biologist, there's no bonus with the ROV operator, so I don't have to fix anything here. But the marine biologist gets 2 inspiration. Okay. Yay. Okay. So now, we still can't get here, right? But I'm going to go ahead and use the marine biologist to at least do some conservation. It costs us 0 to do that one. And here's the cool thing about it. There's barely anything we can do right now. But I'm going to go ahead and use the team leader to also do conservation here. That costs us 0. Now the Night into Dreams link here is we get 2 activation impact tokens. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to grab the ingenuity points with the 2 impact tokens. So we get 2 ingenuity points, 1, 2. So now we can finally get to level 5 or depth 5. And then since we hit this up here, now we get another impact token. Where can we place this? Everyone's exhausted. There's nothing we can do. So, dang. Okay, we're going to do coordination and get... and then we are still only getting 2 back. It is crazy. Absolutely nuts. This is absolutely nuts. You know what? Let's do it. Impact. We get 1 coordination. I guess we have to recruit a sonar operator and then 1 activation disc. Okay. And that's all that we can do. This is nuts. Okay. This is round 6. The game is almost over, and we barely did anything. Exhaustion. Player return 1 from their reservation site of their choice or staging area. Okay, this is fine because then this gets returned, and then we can nab the 2 again, the 2 impact tokens. So that actually works in our favor. But the only problem now is we don't have people that we can. The coordination is very important for us to be able to get these discs back. They're very important. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and recruit the sonar operator. Then I have to. I don't have a choice. So that I can move this up here, so I can get 3 back this round. Okay. I get 3 activation discs. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have all these activation discs if we don't have people to be able to use them. And then we get 3 back. So I'm gonna get it from the team leader. From the marine biologist, maybe from the naval architect, and then the last one from the marine biologist. Let's just do that. So that's 3. Okay, let's see what we can do. We have to move the ship down here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. There are only 3 people in our staff that can do anything out of 4. But she can do sonar down here. Okay, fine. We might be okay. Kinda, sorta. Okay, so I'm going to use the team leader to move one of the vessels down here. Okay, so we're going to move. The question is now which vessel. I'm going to move this one down here. We get 2 research points for moving down there. 1, 2. Okay. And then now I can do a sonar using the sonar operator. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move her here so we don't forget about her. And then we're going to take care of... looks like we have to, we get 1 inspiration and 1 impact token for that. And remember, the impact tokens that you get from Fallen Star can only go to the second half of the impact board. So it's going to start here. And that's 3 points. Okay. And then now I can do, they're so expensive. The conservation efforts are so expensive down here. We don't have a diver. God damn it. 6 points? Are you fucking serious? Okay, let's look at this journal. Is there, and then the journal is not even matching. Well, there's one. It's matching those 2 over there. And then 1 is free. The other one can give us 2 reputation. That's not gonna help us though. You know what? Let's go with this free one. So I'm going to use the naval architect to journal. Where is it here? And you get 1 activation. Impact token down here. And that costs us what? It costs us 0. And we get to promote someone. And we get 1 point to be added to the impact board. So who are we going to promote? We have to promote someone that's going to give us. See, it doesn't even matter getting the tokens back because we have too many tokens and not enough people to do anything. That's the problem right now, and we only have 1 more round. So this is like completely fucked up. Like completely fucked up. So we can promote the pilot. That's gonna move. It's fucked up. This game is over pretty much. I don't think we fulfill any of these goals, unfortunately. Wow. Okay, let's see. Who are we going to promote? You know what? Let's promote the reef divers. At least we're someone who's gonna dive. So I'm gonna promote the reef diver. We get 1 reputation, and then he's going to go ahead and dive, so we can get more research points. Let's dive over here. Every time you dive, you get an impact token. So we get another one. We'll place it here. We get 1 research point, and then we can choose an impact token or 3 research points. We need research points so that we can do those. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 7 research points now. Okay, and then anyone else can do anything. The marine biologist can do. Oh, now the marine biologist can go ahead and do that preservation effort over there, because it's going to cost us 6 research points, and we do have 7. Yeah, that's why I said earlier this scholarly bonus goal is going to be hard to accomplish this mission. I mean, usually this is pretty easy because you just get as many research points as possible and you just don't use them. But because in this particular mission, you have to use a lot of research points to do conservations and journaling. So, yeah. But let's go ahead and take care of that. Crazy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this one. So we get 1 coordination and 2 impact tokens. 1 goes over here and get 1 more research point, and that was 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you get 1, and then the other one we'll put over here, and that's to bump the least the stats with the least amount of the lowest stats can go up once. So I guess that would be coordination. Still not enough for us to be able to get 4 back. So, but that's it. Everyone has taken an action, and we can only get 3 back. Had to start the next round. Yeah, this is really rough. Unless we recruit someone that can give us coordination. So we'll see. All right, so the final round here. The setback is funding shortage. We can reduce the lowest attribute by 2 or flip the senior specialist to its junior. And we're going to do the flip the senior specialist to its junior form because I can't afford to get this. Well, no. Well, maybe for... And that's a good thing anyway, because then we get them to activate for our final... for the final round. So you know what? Let's do that. Who can we demote? I think we're gonna demote the underwater photographer, one of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and demote this guy. Yeah, which is fine. Okay, so I can recruit up to level 3. Okay, this guy can journal and sonar, so he doesn't give us any stat boost though, and that's gonna be problematic. Yeah, we're fucked. Well, he can sonar and journal, so you know what? Let's just go with that. Let's hire the field researcher. We don't have bonus stats with him, but it's okay. I mean, this mission. It's just too difficult. All right, let's see. So we get 4 activation discs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have a lot of activation discs, but we can't. All of our staff members are exhausted, so because we only can get 3 back. So we'll take the team leader, the marine biologist, and the naval architect. So that's 3. Okay. All right, so this is the final round. The best we can do here is just trying to finish up here. And I don't think we can even do that, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay. I am going to do my best here. We only have 2 research points. That's great. Okay, let's go ahead and dive. We're gonna dive. Which one will give us the best number of research points? Oh, well, we're gonna do it here because then that way we can fill up that board. So, okay, so I can get 4 research points or a stat bump, and we're gonna select the research points, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 6 research points now. So that means that we can do this conservation over here. We can use the field researcher for that because he can journal and we need to fill. Should always be 4. Let's go ahead and activate the field researcher because he can do 2 things. Oh no, he can sonar and then do the journal research. So let's do the sonar first. We get 1 inspiration and then 1 research token. Impact token. We're gonna place that here. We can either get we'll put it here. No, it doesn't matter. Stats don't matter anymore. We'll put it here. And then we get 1 activation disc for the Nights into Dream link there. Yeah, we have a lot of discs, but we have a lot of activation discs, but people can't do shit because majority of our people are exhausted, to begin with. The start of the activation phase. Okay, so he can also journal after he after he has completed the sonar. He can do in any order, so he can actually journal and do a sonar reading. So let's go ahead and take care of that. There is a matching icon. This one. And it's deep water. You need to go out, baby? Okay, give me a sec. Deep water satellite imaging. This will give us 3 points. It costs us 3 research points. So 1, 2, 3. Give me a sec, baby. We get 1 impact token for that. And then with this, we can also reveal tile 3 to 5 for the board. So we'll see if we want to do even that. So I'm going to place that here. We get to bump the lowest stat up by 1 point, and we're going to select. It doesn't matter at this point. We're going to select this one. Well, it does because we still have resourcefulness, a resourceful mission here. We need to get 22 points, and we're barely there. So it's gonna be cutting it close here. Okay, hold on, baby. Jeez. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So we only have 3 people that can do anything right now. And we're not even gonna be able to because he can dive. He can only dive 1, so there are 2 left here. Diving tokens. Shit. Well, the marine biologist can do conservation, but yeah, we couldn't even complete this. So yeah, the game is pretty much, yeah, it's over. Unless, is there another journal? No, because if I'm gonna do journaling, oh no, hold on. If there's another journal somewhere that I can work on, okay, there's one over here. Hopefully this one will have matching. No, okay. Well, yeah, but the problem with that is it's just giving us points. It's not gonna help us with promoting anybody. Now, if I move somewhere, no, that's not even gonna help because you need to be able to dive twice here. So, yeah, it's pretty much over. Okay. We have a lot of tokens here, though. So, I mean discs. So I'm gonna go ahead and use. We don't even have. All right. So he's gonna dive. We're gonna dive here and see what we get. Okay, 4 points. 4 research points there. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can at least get this done. So the marine biologist is going to do a conservation right here. We get 1 reputation and then 2 activation discs. And I don't even know if I grabbed that link earlier. Maybe I didn't, but yeah, I don't remember doing this particular link. Maybe I did, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Even if I'm just gonna say yes, I'm gonna do that, right? So I better check though. I better check. Let's just make sure, because I don't think I did. Okay, so I haven't done that actually because thanks to Suki being extremely needy there like half hour ago. 15 minutes ago, but she actually did need to go out. So, well, I think sometimes she just gets kind of bored. You know, she's an older dog. She gets kind of bored, and I guess she wanted to step out because she barely even peed. You know, so I guess she just wanted to go out there for a little bit. But yeah, because of that, because we did this and I forgot to move, I didn't claim that. That bump here, so it actually does. It's supposed to go up by 1. Okay, but here we get that goes up by 1, and then we get 2 activation, 2 tokens here, 2 impact tokens. Okay, and then this is 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we also get 1 inspiration, and I think we already did that. No, and then 1. Another reputation from the Nights into Dreams links. And then with these, we're going to place them here, 1 and then 2. And we're going to move this one up and then this one up, looks like. Because it's the lowest one that gets a bump up. Okay. And that's pretty much it. We can do one more thing. We can actually do we can do 2 things actually. We can reveal tiles and we can move, or we can journal. Might as well get this up, this journal here, because it's free. 0 research points needed for us to claim this one, and we get 2 points for the token board. And then the final thing we can do here is use this one just for the fun of it, to reveal tile 3 to 5. So we're going to reveal tile 3, or depth 3. And we're going to select 1. There's Rift Valley, and then there's Carbonate Spires. I'm going to select Rift Valley so I can bump up the score for, hopefully, for resourcefulness. So I get 1 coordination. This is 3 right there. 1 coordination and then 1 ingenuity, and then this goes back in here. And let's see. So I get one impact token there. We can move one stat up. Unfortunately, we can't move this one. So we have to move... Well, eventually we might be able to bump it up. So I'm going to move this one up and we get another impact token. And we'll put it here. So we get to move, bump up again. And the lowest is this guy though. So he goes up and then we get another impact token. So I like how it combos like that, but it's not going to help us. And then the last one is going to land here and we get one research point. And that's it. That's the game. Okay, 7 rounds. Yeah. Let's go through the missions. I mean the goals. I know this mission is yeah, we failed badly here. This is worse than that turtle mission, mission 4, I think, when it comes to the failure level. So we'll see. Okay, for the impact board, we need 40 points, and I only have one. Okay, so this is 21 points total. So 3, 3, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 plus 3, 24, plus 2, 26. And you need 40 points. So that's a fail. Oh, and then one more. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I have 27 points, so not enough. So this is a fail. The chain. Oh, I guess we should have moved. For the last 2 moves, we should have moved. Because I was trying so hard. Okay. I lost focus towards the end of the game. We have to take responsibility there when it comes to just giving up, because I could have gotten this one, you know how I could have been able to fulfill goal 1 if I used the team leader instead of the dive, and then like gung ho and trying to get the points, I should have used those the points for I should have used the points, their abilities to move the vessels, because I could have moved this vessel up here, and then the naval architect, instead of doing the research, she could have moved this one up here. So if we moved those 2 vessels here, then we would have been able to satisfy the chain. The chain, this particular mission is easy, okay? And I should have been able to do that, but I lost focus. Yeah, I lost focus. I guess halfway into this game, this particular mission, I think I gave up again. And you can't play this game like that. You have to just be patient and just stay focused. Try to just remind yourself what you're supposed to be doing. And I think the fact that I saw where I'm not going to be able to get... Oh, no, but this one's done. So at least I'm able to get goal 3. Okay, goal 3 is completed. So, but it would have been like 2 of them actually being able to be fulfilled. But yeah, need to just stay focused at all times. Playing this, never give up until the very end. Because remember, one of the missions that I played before, where things didn't happen until the very last round. And then all of a sudden I was hitting all of these goals at the very last round. So you have to stay focused. I should have been able to get this and I didn't because I lost focus. Okay, goal 2, impact. Yeah, this is... you need to get conservation or journals in the other columns, and I only was able to do 1. So this is a total failure too. This is complete total failure of the impact. The recovery, this is a yes. Okay. Because we were able to fulfill the board there, the second half of the impact board, and they just want you to have 1 completely fill this out. So I was able to do that. Okay, so that's a yes. Now resourcefulness, you need 22 points. I have 11 plus 10, so 21 points. So this is a no. I just need one more point for that. Fully completed zone. I have one more diving here that needed to be done, so that's a no. So none. Leftover research, we're at 2, so that's no too. I would have been able to get 2 out of 7, but I lost focus. Now I end up with 1 out of 7 goals fulfilled. So this is considered a total failure. They didn't have that in the manual, but for you to win at the beginner level, you at least have to win 4. So, but at least I got 1 done. It would have been 2, but like I said, just lost focus, you know. We might have to redo this one. We might have to play through this mission again if I feel up to it. I think, yeah, these two might be very doable. Have to remember to move the vessel, not to worry about the stuff in the middle. And then I think the focus here is actually we do need to make sure that we can get down to the fallen star. So as long as you're able to get there, then you can start working on the other stuff, you know. But the problem with this is I was not able to get down there until like round 4 or something like that, you know, kind of late. Well, it's going to take some time because you need to move your ingenuity up. So it is kind of hard. And I lost the opportunity to use the vortex actually to push us down that direction. So, yeah, this one is pretty difficult. This is mission 7. So there's one more mission, and then the other 2 are bonus missions. So, well, there's a reason, I guess, because this is like one of the last few missions. So it is a little bit more difficult. So it's still pretty fun though. But I think whenever you play this game, you always have to be a little bit more optimistic about the situation, you know. Because if not, then you're not paying attention. You're just doing things just to do things. Like I did there during the last round. So, which was a bad move on my part for sure. All right, but that's mission 7 of Endeavor Deep Sea. Still fun. Just feeling a little deflated, I guess, because I should have known better than to lose focus like that. So disappointed in myself. Thank you for watching.